So hey guys, what's up? This is Subham Kumar Agrawal and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to start the molecular average energy. So what is the molecular average energy? As you know that we are working over the molecules, the thermodynamics which involves working on the molecule. So for each of the molecule we will be able to find out the energy, and then by collecting all the energy and we will be able to find out energy of whole of the system. Alright, so this is something what you will be able to do after this lecture. Alright, so let's begin. So we know the formula for the average energy is summation of for a function or the property. For the function Fi here is function or the property. Alright, Fi is, you can here assume, for a property in the sense like entropy, enthalpy or temperature as well. So these are the properties, and for these properties if you have to find out the average value, and x can be any kind of parameter that you are going to calculate. So here x can be energy as well. So here you have to put the EI and here you will get average energy. EI, that sense, in the sense like for each of the ith molecules and constituents you have to put the energy value. Alright, so this is the overcome, and now we are going to prove and to find out how this all will work. Alright, so we know the as we know that this is the formula. Now expanding this formula, now let's expand this formula. So Fi, summation of Fi xi upon summation of Fi. That means if we after expanding F1 x1 upon summation Fi plus F2 x2 upon summation Fi, and this is the summation Fi F1 plus F2 plus so on to infinite. Alright, not to infinite, to the ith level, whatever the I value, this F1 plus F2 would be in onto that particular limit. Alright, so okay, so one thing here to understand is that F1, that is the property of one substance of a one molecule, if say, then F1 upon Fi, summation of Fi would be the probability for that particular F1. Alright, so that property for that first one molecule would be P1. Similarly this F2 upon F1 plus F2 and so on, this is the probability for the second molecule. If there are I molecules, and here I had written down as F1, Fi and Xi, so here I am assuming I molecules, number of I molecules. So in the first section what I had written, F1. Okay, so for ith molecule, for I number of molecules, there is 1, 2, 3, 2 I molecules. So for one molecule there will be probability of, that is F1 upon summation of Fi, that means F1 plus F2 to Fi. Similarly for second molecule, for third molecule, and so on, and these are corresponding the probabilities. So we had kept P1 x1 plus P2 x2 and so on. Now moving onwards, we reached at here wait, yeah, we had reached now here, that's average value of x would be summation of Pi xi, because P1 x1 plus P2 x2 and so on up to ith term would leads to give you like summation of Pi and xi. Is this thing clear to you or not? Till here, if you have any doubt, please write down in the comment box and I will answer. Alright, before moving ahead, I just want you people to write down the question here only, so that you will not you will not trap in the future's video. Alright, now if we will put x as x is what I said, that is the anything. Here we are taking energy, x is by replacement with E, so that Pi into Ei. So this is actually the thing that we had needed, because actually we have to find out the molecular average energy. isn't it? So for molecular average energy, we need the E that is the average energy for the each of the molecules, all right. And we also know for the probability is this formula, now if we will put this pi value in this expression, now if we will put the value of the pi in the above expression, what we will get, we will get this one, this formula, that is the summation of all this thing, and rest remains same, ei remains same, and here q is constant because it is for a particular system, and for each of the particular system this partition function would be fixed. So now here I had assumed one system in which there are I molecules, but for all of the I molecules the partition function would be fixed. So here I have taken it outside, now what we get, now I get this energy is equal to 1 upon q summation of gi into e raised to the power minus beta ei and ei. Now since del upon del beta, if you will differentiate this exponential term with respect of beta, then you will get this one. All right. So now what you have to do, one thing. Here you can see, yeah, okay. What I told you, that this is actually the thing that we have done. We have differentiated this exponential term with respect of the beta, and we get this value, and if negative sign I had turned it in the right side. Alright, now volume is constant in our system. Here you can see that we had taken the volume constant. Why we are taking the volume constant? Otherwise the volume will change, the work would be done, and due to the work done we will have this change, the energy of the system will get changed. The energy of the system will get changed if the volume of the system will changes, because of the change in the volume you will get some amount of work done, and that work would lead to change in the energy, and that's why here we are taking the volume as constant. Now on substituting value of this term in the energy expression in the previous what we had calculated, so we got this expression. Actually I had substituted this value in the place of ei e raised to the power minus e beta I. Alright, now you can take del by del beta and summation in the inside of this expression, and actually and overall what you will get, by this is actually the q means that is partition function. This value is partition function. Summation of gi e raised to the minus beta ei is actually the partition function, that is q. So we had just substituted 1 upon q del upon del beta into v, or we can write as 1 upon q del q as d ln q, because when you differentiate ln q you will get 1 upon q del q. So we can write this in this formula as you can see. So this is actually the formula of the average energy. You will be going to deal this one at every point of time when you will be dealing with the molecular average energy, whenever you will be doing some questions and all, you will have a very big need of this expression. So I recommend you to please just mug it up at here only, so that in future you will not get any type of problem in solving the questions. Alright, so this is the formula for the average energy. Q is the partition function for that particular system, and beta, you know, beta is equals to 1 upon kBt. Beta equals to 1 upon kBt. Alright. Okay. One more thing, as you can see, this is the expression in the form of beta. You can see this expression is in the form of beta, like in the denominator you can see I had differentiated with respect of the beta, but if for a chance if the question is given in terms of temperature, if in the question the expression of partition function will be given in the terms of temperature, then what you will do, you have to do one thing. Here I have written, as you know that beta equals to 1 upon kb2 1 upon kbt, you know very well this thing. Now you have to differentiate this beta with respect to temperature. And you get this expression. Now put the delta beta value as minus del T upon kbt square. So you have to just put the delta beta value in the energy expression what we had calculated or derived just recently. This was the expression. So you have to just put the delta beta value in terms of delta temperature. So delta beta equals to delta T upon minus kbt square. So what you will get here, look here. Yeah, so you will get finally this value. So this is very much important. You can mug it up also, but if you are not just memorizing this expression, then a short trick which is I had told you, like just you know that beta equals to 1 upon kbt. So if you see that in the question, questions, I will be going to cover some of the questions after some time, but for the sake of your knowledge, I am telling you, like if the partition function expression, if the Q expression is not given in the form of beta, then you have to put if it is given in the form of temperature, that partition function is given in the form of temperature, then what you will have to do, you have to just put beta equals to 1 upon kbt and you will get your answer. And this is the thing that I am going to do. So don't worry about it. How you have to approach, I will tell each and everything. So don't worry about it. Okay, so now the question came, and this is the question of CSIR June 2011, 4 marks question. So what the question is saying, a certain system of non-interacting particles has single partition function. This is the Q value. This is the partition function it is given us. And look, it is in the terms of temperature. So what I had told, that if the partition function is given in the terms of temperature, then you have to convert it into terms of del beta. Otherwise no need, you can use just this expression. You can use this above expression. If you don't want to convert it in the form of beta, then you can directly use this expression. So how to approach, then I am here going to tell you. Alright, so where A is the constant and the average energy per particle is. The question has asked to calculate the average energy. Alright, and the partition function is given to us. Now, as you can see, the function is given in terms of temperature, so I am going to use the average energy formula of in terms of delta T. Here you can see in terms of delta T. So this is the formula, as here I had written also that given function is in the function of temperature. Now the Q is given to us, and when we will the Q is given to us, this is the Q. This is actually the Q. So we will differentiate delta Q by delta T. We have to find out this value. Actually, we have to find out delta Q upon delta T value. So we will for this we have to differentiate this whole term with respect to temperature. We have to differentiate this whole term with respect to temperature. So what actually we get this term. We get this term, and we have to just put in the formula, and we will be very close to our answer. So here I just put these values, and some of the things get cancelled out, and finally you will get average energy as mkbt. Is this thing clear to you or not? If it is not, then I request you, please drop the question in the comment box and I will definitely answer at there. But don't take it in your home, otherwise it will get stigmatized in the future. Alright, now moving ahead, what the question? The question of the June 2015, the 4 marks question. So what the question is saying, that the single partition function for a certain system has the form f equals to a v e raised to the power beta t. Single partition function, we know that it is for one particle partition function, as we had done it throughout our syllabus. For one particle partition function we had done for one particle partition function throughout our course. But what it is saying, that we have given us it has given us that partition function, which is also, here you can say, is the function of temperature, which is here actually the function of the temperature. So what he is saying, that average energy for the particle will be the same factor, or this is the same thing we have to determine at here, like the average energy. What we had to determine it, the average energy. So I had told you already that if the partition function is given in the terms of temperature, then you have to use the formula for the energy that is given to here, like average energy equals to kBT square del n q upon del t at constant volume, and you have to just find out this value, del ln q upon del t. So this is actually f, no, this is actually the q. So when you will take the ln both side, and you can use either of the formula, 1 upon q, del q upon del t. So you have to find out del q and put the value, so that will become a little bit longer. But when you will take the ln, these exponential values will get easily solved. When you will take the ln values, these exponential values will get solved, and you will easily get the answer. So that is actually my purpose, to tell you that how you have to approach the question. Alright, okay, so you have to, what I told you, you have to just find out the first you take out the ln in the both sides, and av into e raised to the power beta t. Here the formula of ln abc as ln abc equals to ln a plus ln b plus ln c, ln a plus ln b plus ln c. This is the formula that here is used, and when you will differentiate it with respect of temperature, you will get only b, because these are constant terms, and will get 0, and you will left with this term, that temperature becomes 1 del upon del t into t equals to 1, and left with b, and you will get this kBT square into b, that is the b kBT square. Alright, now moving ahead, so now we know that we are doing for the two-state system. Alright, and there are the two possibilities, that for the system, for this two-state system, the ground state energy would be 0. This is the first condition, and the second condition is that the ground state energy is not 0. It is having some values. So there are the two systems which are possible, that is the with 0 point energy, and other is the without 0 point energy. And we know one expression, or the one relation which actually correlate of these two, that the QWZPE, the partition function with 0 point energy, and with the partition function without 0 point of energy, there is the one expression that we know that which actually correlates. So we will be going to use this one. Alright, now we know if we know the average value formula, and if we have to find out for with 0 point of energy system, WZPE system, for the WZPE system you will have to take QWZPE. Is this thing clear to you or not? Because the Q will be for the WZPE, the partition function would be for that particular system for which we are actually finding out the average energy, isn't it? If not, then please refer your notes, what you had done. then you will get to know. Otherwise you will be able to understood, I hope. And for the WOZPE, without 0 point energy, for the system, you will have the partition function of that particular system, that is QWOZPE. All right. Okay. Now as I had already mentioned this formula above, so QWZPE equals to e raised to the power minus beta E naught Q without ZPE, isn't it? Now if we will take the ln in the both sides, then you will get the expression which is written here: ln Q WZPE, ln e raised to the minus beta E naught, and ln Q W without JPE. Alright, so ln this term will go outside and you will get minus beta E naught, because ln equals to 1, ln E equals to 1, and this minus beta E naught term will go in the front side. Now if we will differentiate with respect to beta, what we will get, look at here. As you can see, del upon del beta ln Q WZPE, and when you will differentiate this whole term, then it will left with minus E naught plus del by del beta ln Q WOZPE. Is this thing clear to you or not? I hope that this is clear to you all. Now moving ahead. Now substituting the values, try to understand. Look, if you are able to see, then you can see that this left value is equals to minus of EWZPE, and this right term del upon del beta ln Q WOZPE equates or equals to this below term, that is the QE without 0 point energy WOZPE. So we had just substituted those values here, and minus 2 minus left and right will cancel out, and actually you will get this expression, that is the EWZPE equals to E naught plus EWOZPE. Is this thing clear to you or not? Please speak up. Otherwise a big catastrophe will happen because this is a very important expression, very important for this system. If you are knowing for the system without 0 point energy, if you are knowing the actual energy of that system, then you have to just add up the ground state energy, and you will get the energy of the whole system. So nothing to worry. You have to just memorized only this term, like QE without 0 point energy will be the ground state energy, that is the E naught plus E without 0 point energy, means throughout the system what the energy would be leaving the ground state, that is the average energy without 0 point energy. So you have to just memorize this all term only. Alright, now there is some important notes which I had written here. Two points are here. Please note it down, and I will end up this video for today, and will continue in the next video. So what here is written, that average energy changes as the ground state energy changes. Average energy, that is the this average energy term as the ground state energy changes. Because why here I am saying, because this E naught is coming in this expression. So if this value changes, this whole value will become changed. So that is why here I written like average energy changes if the ground state energy is changing, which is quite very logical. Now the second point, the fraction of molecules does not change with the energy of the ground state as long as energy gap remains same. If the energy gap is same, and whatever you are actually doing, you are just substituting the whole system energy. You are actually moderating the whole system energy. Then it will not change the fraction of molecules. Fraction of molecules in the sense like if 10 molecules are present in the ground state and 5 molecules are present in the excited state, so this ratio, that 5 upon 10 excited upon ground, that is 5 upon 10, will not change until and unless the energy gap between the ground and excited state, the energy gap between the ground and excited state will not change. For example, for the vibrational partition function, what I told, like the energy gap between the two levels, for the ground and the excited, if you take, then the energy gap between the two levels was h nu. So until and unless that h nu particular gap, if will not change, until and unless h nu gap will not change, this 5 upon 10 ratio will not change. Until and unless that energy gap will not change, that particular ratio 5 upon 10 will not change. Otherwise, if you are changing the energy gap, then the fraction of the molecules will get changed. Then actually the fraction of the molecules will get changed. So I think I have done all the things for today. So I think that's all for today. We'll continue in the next video. So till then, see you. Have a good day. Bye bye. See you.